Pat here with Yuvi Hecht. Yuvi, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So, I just wanted to start off as far as what was your approach to playing this younger character of David in the film?
I think I wanted it to really feel like it was a younger version of Colin. So what I did was I watched all of his previous movies. I watched his mannerisms, how he speaks, how he acts, and I wanted it to be true. I wanted it to feel real. So yeah, just very true to me, and to bring my own life experiences into the character, so you see that it's real and it's not acting, you know?
Yeah, and as far as just like the whole collaborative process with Colin, because I'm sure you guys probably had conversations about the character because you want it to feel like this is the same person, like you said. What was that collaboration process like with him as far as bringing this character to life?
Yeah, I think when we were talking about the character, one of the main things that we were talking about was actually his accent, because I was mimicking Colin's accent. So I remember before we started shooting, we went into his trailer and just me and him, and we were just reading lines and working together and making sure everything's on point. So that was one of the main things that we worked on together.
And as far as like obviously you want to stay true to that character, but you do always want to bring a piece of yourself to each character as well. So how did you want to make the character of David your own as well?
Yeah, of course. I think with every character that you play, it's very important that you bring your own life experiences into it, so it's real. And me, myself, I went through my previous high school heartbreaks, whatever it is. And with this character, obviously he's coming off of a major heartbreak where the girl tells him that she doesn't love him. So I definitely would say that I brought that emotion that I felt back then into this character for sure.
Yeah, and as far as working with Colin, I mean, obviously the guy's a phenomenal actor, one of the best actors working today. So what did you just kind of learn from that whole experience of getting to see how he works one on one?
Yeah, and I mean, a phenomenal actor, but also in person, he's a phenomenal guy. He's just like any other human. He's kind, and he was very generous with his time, and he gave me advice. But I think just being able to see him on set working, and how he prepares for a role, and during the scene, how he takes up like all the space in the room, and every step seems so calculated. So just being able to look at him work, I think I took so much just by that. You know, it was like a master class in person.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the best experience is getting to be there in person and actually see someone like that work on their craft. Was there any particular advice that he gave you that you feel like is gonna stick out for you and stay with you throughout the rest of your career?
Yeah, I think coming onto a movie like this, I mean, I had nerves, you know, I was nervous, I was excited, I had all these things going through my head, and we talked, and he told me to just stay true to yourself, stay true to the character. You're here for a reason, be in the moment. And that's something I'll take away for sure.
Now, if you had the opportunity to, like in the film, to either go back in the past and change something about your past or even get to relive a particular memory, is there any moments that kind of stand out for you overall, or?
Yeah, I think something I would want to relive is either getting that call that I booked the role, because man, I that was an amazing day for me. I mean, it's definitely going in the books. Uh,
Yeah.
or just going on to set for the first day and meeting everyone and meeting Colin for the first time and working together. That was a one of a kind experience as well.
Yeah, and can you also talk about your experience of working at the director Kogonada and just as far as what they bring as a director that makes them stand out for you personally?
Yeah, Kogonada, I mean, he's incredible. His movies are so beautiful, and they're emotional, and they're movies that you can really connect to. And he was a director that he came on to set with the intention that every detail really matters, and he had like a blueprint for what he really wanted to do. But at the same time, he also gave me the room to explore my character and to just do what I do. And you know, it was incredible that I had that freedom to explore the character. And I mean, he's what you call an actor's director. He works with you, you know.
Which I'm sure, especially for an experience like you, this being your first full-length like feature debut, I'm sure that was really nice to have a director like that working with them.
Of course, he was flexible, and I mean, you can't ask much more.
And, speaking of this being kind of like your big feature debut, can you talk about just overall just what that experience was like and, making that transition from doing shorts, doing some television to doing a big feature like this?
Yeah, it's so different from what I've done. I was coming off of some Disney projects, and it was shows, and everything is super calculated, and you don't even have 5 minutes between scenes to be free. They have such a strict time. Um, And with this movie, everyone is they're more calm, they're more relaxed, and it was nice because it just felt like you were working with humans, people that are just there to do their part and create this beautiful movie, and it was a lot more relaxed, I'd say.
So even though you were a little nervous, like you said, coming onto the project, just I totally understand. You're getting to work with Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, people like that. Natural to be a little nervous, but
Definitely. I think honestly, the only thing you can do is overthink before
yeah.
shooting day. You just get into your head and all these stuff. But the moment I stepped on set and I met everyone and they were all super cool and super nice and it all just went away. I was just there to do my part and collaborate with these people, and that's all it was.
There's a reason you're there. Like there's a specific reason you're there. So once you kind of like, you get that, you're like, okay, like I'm here. They hired me for a specific reason. Let's go ahead and do this.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to overthink. You're there.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're there for a reason. So just do
Yeah.
your part.
Now for you too, looking back on the set, is there a particular day on the set or even like a particular moment for you that really kind of sticks out as like your favorite moment of working on the film overall?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, this was the first time I had my own trailer, and I'm getting there. They're knocking on my door like, "What do you want for breakfast?" I'm like, "What? I'm getting breakfast." Like, so that was all super cool. But also just working with Colin, it's someone that I've been watching through the years of my life, and someone that I admire, and I love his work. So being able to work with an actor like that is incredible. There's no better feeling than that.
And I know you got to primarily work with Colin, but did you get a chance at all to meet Margot, have any conversations with her as well, or?
Yeah, so not during set. On set, I was only with Colin, but at the premiere in New York, I saw Margot and Colin and everyone. A lot of the cast that I didn't see on set, I met at the premiere, which was really cool.
And just to wrap things up for you, Yuvi, is there anything else that you'd want to say just overall as far as, working on the project and then what's next for you and where can fans stay up to date with your projects moving forward?
Yeah, I mean this project was such a beautiful experience. It's such an original movie. You can't find anything like this out there. And it's emotional, and you'll be sitting in the theater smiling from ear to ear, and then you're going to be crying the next moment. So it's really an emotional ride. I definitely recommend for everyone to go watch it. But you can stay updated with my life and my journey on all socials. Just my name, Yuvi Hecht. Yeah, feel free to tag along. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I'll make sure to put that down below in the description. That way people can give you a follow. It's definitely a roller coaster ride for sure, I'd say, as far as the film goes. So, yeah, make sure to check that out in theaters. And Yuvi, you are welcome back anytime in the future.
Thank you so much, Pat. I appreciate it.